One of the best parts of D&D is the element of mystery and potential for randomness. But sometimes it can be difficult for a dungeon master to come up with fresh, new encounters off the top of their head. Today we'll go over easy tips to create D&D random encounters for your game that can be as random or thematic as you need. One of the most common uses of random encounters is while players are traveling. It can be a good way to emphasize the danger of the wilderness while keeping the attention of your players. A random encounter will snap players' focus back to the game while making your world feel more real and populated. The threat of roving monsters in the wild will have the side effect of making settlements feel safer and give your players an urgency to their travel. While it might feel more realistic to have several days of travel pass uneventfully, some elements of realism can be very boring in a fantasy game. Some players may be hesitant to roleplay to fill the time, which can cause travel and downtime to crawl. Introducing random encounters can serve to break up these stagnant moments in the game. Additionally, they can also be opportunities to give your players hints and extra plot devices. Random encounters are also useful when players choose an option that you didn't anticipate when preparing for the current session. If you have difficulties improvising, generating an encounter from a table or program can give your players something to do while you stall for time. So what do you include in a random encounter? Depending on location, a random encounter can include a number of elements to engage your players. The players can encounter wild animals, humanoids like bandits or soldiers, special locations, or random items. At the bare minimum, a random encounter should have an instance that the players need to react to. This can be as basic as the party running into 1d10 wolves. But you'll probably have a better response if your encounters are more than just basic combat. Traveling merchants are always a welcome sight for adventurers. Not only can you give the players an opportunity to buy resources they might need, like healing potions or arrows, but you can also use the merchants as a way to introduce plot hooks or provide players with additional information that will help them on their current quest. There are a number of resources that you can use to create random encounters on the fly. You can pre-roll encounters before your session using tables, either from the Dungeon Master's Guide or from resources online. We recommend a couple from Reddit, the Table of Tables and RD100. For more detailed random encounters, try the PDF created by a Reddit user in the subreddit D&D Behind the Screen called On the Road. If you don't have time to look at tables beforehand, or if your players are being typical players and have put you in a position where you have to make up an encounter on the fly, you can try some random encounter generators. Kobold Fight Club is probably the standard tool for encounter generation. Goblinist RPG Tools has an encounter generator that also allows you to configure by location, player level, and more. Donjon also has an encounter generator that has a very similar style. You can also combine random encounter generators with random plot generators. Auto Roll Tables is an exceptional tool for quickly generating random resources like monsters, plot hooks, and objects. We'll put links to all these generators in the description for you. If you struggle with improv, using generators can take a lot of the creative work out of sudden encounters. If you're looking for more generator options, you can check out our video on using generators to create towns, or find other helpful D&D generators on our resources page at masterthedungeon.com. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider supporting us on Patreon. Happy DMing!